Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and happy 4th of July, or a belated happy 4th of July to everybody. I presented something a couple of years ago about the world's simplest trading strategy, and what it was very simply a crossover of three different moving averages and price going to the upside or to the downside, crossing over those moving averages. And I also presented, I believe I presented at the time, a auto trader. I wanted to do another auto trader that was much easier to implement and much more modular. So I wanted to show you guys how to do that. I put some moving averages on here. I just put just a triple moving averages, a 5, a 13, and a 21, and they're kind of color coded. The 5 would be the dotted white line. The 13 is the the solid purple line, and the 21 is the solid yellow line. And you can use, pretty much any moving averages you want. It's not a big deal. I like this one because I've got three different moving averages in one study. It's called moving averages, obviously. So all I have to do to do this is I've got three color bars based on alert condition. Okay, I've got a long, I got a short, and I got a neutral. What happens is, and you can see these colored, the long is colored green, as you can see. So I set that to output when condition true, use input data. So it's either going to be 0 or it's going to be the last price. So I can check to see whether it's greater than 0, then it's valid. So the alerts, I basically got it for ID5, SG1, SG2, and SG3. So if the close of the bar is greater than SG1, greater than SG2, and greater than SG3, then I've got a long condition. Okay, and vice versa for the short. If it's less than SG1, less than SG2, and less than SG3, I have a short condition. Okay, and you can modify that. You can do crossovers. You can do pretty much whatever you want to. So there's an almost infinite number of ways that you can trade, and there's almost an infinite number of ways that you can configure this. Now, if all three are not above or all three are not below, okay, we have neutral. Now, neutral was kind of the easiest one to do. I scratched my head over this one for a while until I finally figured out that the neutral is either neither long nor short. So ID1, SG1 is either going to be SG1 is either going to be, because of this output when condition true, use input data. What's going to happen is either, if it's a long condition, you're going to have something greater than 0. If it's not, it's going to be 0. And same for the short, right? Well, for the neutral, that's really easy if you think about it. Neutral would be color bar, these yellow bars, okay? And I still want to use input data, that sort of thing. Here's the alert, where ID1, and I'll move this out of the way for a little bit. Here's ID1. If ID1 SG1 is 0 and ID2 SG1 is 0. So ID1 is 0. So it's neither a long and it's a short. If it's neither a long nor a short, I want to color that bar neutral or yellow. Say don't take a trade. And the idea behind that is, if you're in a trade, get out of the trade if you've got a neutral bar, because you don't know what it's going to do. That would be the idea. So you would be basically going, you'd be going short on this bar. You might look at some of the other logic behind this. If you've got either get out or just leave it alone, you've got, say for example, you've got a 5684. Say you had a 10-tick stop, 5694. It would not even have, 5694 would be like right up here. So you go short at 56.84 or so and ride it on down. You could ride it on down until you get the next moving average and the turn up of that moving average. You could do that, like get out there for the short if one of these turns up. That's, you know, that's up to you guys. It's really easy. Now what I want to do, I just call this CL-MMA. Now what I want to do, and I got VWAP up here, it's not a big deal. What I want to do is go down here to spreadsheets. Whoops, I shot past it, didn't I? Spreadsheet system for trading. What I'm going to name this CL-MMA. I want to signal on bar close yes and yes. So because these bars will change colors. Okay. Now, and here's the kind of cool thing, the cool way to do that. So now I've got a MMA. Now remember our old friend ID1 and ID2. Now this is the cool part about it. All you got to do to make this thing work is say and $J $8 equals 0. Whoops. There. And $J $8 equals 0, which means we're not in a current trade. There's no position. And ID1 dot SG1 greater than 0. That's all you gotta do. That's the entire buy entry rule right there. And I'll copy that. That's the entire buy entry rule right there. Sell entry, same thing, except it's ID2. So you've got a buy entry, you've got a sell entry. Okay. Now when we go back to, and then once you got these in here, if you want to put buy exits and sell exits, you can do that. But now you got this rule, ID1 SG1 equals greater than 0, right? Now if you want to change that, you don't change this guy. You just, all you got to do is go back here and change the long or the short rules. All you got, and because the long and the short rules are being driven by that long and that short right there, those studies. So if you want to change the rules, you change them up here. You don't even touch the spreadsheet again. So spreadsheet's fixed in place, it works, and you don't have to mess with it. Again, everything is being driven off these studies, these long and these short studies, and it's not being driven off of the spreadsheet. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. Leave a comment or whatever. Oh, looks like that bar is going to close down. I think I was short. I think I was long from down here somewhere because I'm making higher. Let's see, where's my zigzag levels? There we go. So I'm making higher lows here. I'm still making a higher low than 56.62, so I could still put my stop loss down here, but it's driving down here below the 50. I'm making lower highs, lower lows. It's basically there's just a lot of chop here. So if your rules, you know, there's one that says long, there's one that says short, long, short. This is pretty much a scalping environment. There's nothing here that says that we're going to have some long runs. There was a nice long run there, which was yesterday morning. Yeah, Thursday morning. And then there was a nice long run down there that went right below VWAP. Down, and that was like 7 in the morning. And that was Eastern time. So I wouldn't expect any changes. Maybe you're going to have some changes like yesterday. They went short, and then they came down here and they said, we're gonna go back long. So you can do pretty much anything with this. Let's just put an MML in there for fun. I'm curious. I'm curious to see. Well, the MML say we're at support right now, so you should be going long at about 56.64. And yesterday, of course, we had that off the other resistance level right here. They went short at the other resistance level and came down, almost down. Let's see. Came down to that, almost down to that saw weak reversal, but they hit the major pivot down here. These Murray math lines would have shifted, would probably have shifted since they've been in place since 9 o'clock yesterday. So we're coming down. Okay, we're coming down 5660. I probably got stopped out. So we're looking at somewhere down here. Let me unlock that and move that. Okay. So anyway, so you're looking at those conditions there, and there's, yeah, I just got stopped out. They're coming back down here, and they're shorting the market, but they'll probably pop it back up. Anyway, hope this has been very helpful for you guys, and have a wonderful post-4th. And if you're trading today, trade green, baby. See ya.